So, we're entering the knockout stages of the World Cup 2026, and it starts right now with my predictions for round 32. Hi again, it's me. Today, we're doing my predictions for the round of 32 World Cup 2026. We're only going to do the first half of the round of 32 because some of them, and the other half I have time to think of what our predictions for the second half, and also. Yeah, and I'm recording this Sunday morning, and the first game kicks off at Sunday evening. So yeah, and like for today, I get ourselves at least it's just 6 likes today. If we get it, that'd be nice. And make sure you subscribe out there. You subscribe out there as I'm trying to get ourselves up to 300 subs by the start of the Premier League season. If we get that, we're doing 3 things: silver or gold. And we're kicking things off in the first round of 32 game. South Africa versus Canada now. Oh my days. Both teams in the knockout stages for the first time ever. One of them is the co-hosts, Canada, and South Africa, who are going against another co-host nation, Canada, because they first faced Mexico and they lost 2-0 in their first and obviously opening game of the World Cup. And yeah, and Sito was really good for South Korea against South Korea to knock South Korea out of the World Cup, and that would place South Korea in second place spot. So that's why they're there. They've drawn 1-1 on the Czech Republic. They were 1-0 down for like most of the game against Czech Republic, and many people thought if they lost to Czech Republic, they would have been knocked down. The story could have been really different. It could have been South Korea instead of South Africa. But yeah, we have South Africa. Yeah, but it's gonna be a tight game to watch. Really, it could go either way here. Canada, their first win came from Qatar 6-0 a week ago, and sadly lost 2-1 to Switzerland, but it was enough to keep them in second place and qualify for round of 32. But it's the first Canada game in the World Cup that's playing outside of Canada, so it could be a tight game to watch really. But I think it'll be a 1-1 draw at the end of 90. I think Canada will get a winner in extra time. A 2-1 win in Canada at extra time. Then to probably the headline of the round of 32, the headline of the round of 32 game, Brazil versus Japan. Oh my days! I heard a fact about like karate, about Japan heading to Brazil and taught Brazil about karate, and I think this is what they made their own word about Brazil about karate and stuff like this. There's a word about it. But yeah, Brazil topped the group with 7 points above Morocco. We'll get on Morocco in just a minute. And Japan drawn two times in the group and winning once against Tunisia 4-0. And yeah, it's going to be a good game to watch really. I have a feeling there's going to be goals here again. It's going to be goals galore. Japan's going to really hold on to Brazil here. It's going to be a 2-2 draw at the end of 90. And extra time, both teams will score one more. It'll be 3-0 at extra time, at the end of extra time. Penalties. Oh my days. And yeah, but I think my penalty shootout winner, it's going to be really tight, but I think Brazil will barely win it on pens. And I think Neymar Jr. could get the winning penalty shootout. In the penalty shootout. Then heading to the third one. Germany take on Paraguay now. It's about time we see Germany in the knockout stage for the first time since they won the World Cup in 2014. The last time they were in the knockouts, Italy won the World Cup. Well, really look at that. Germany are in the knockouts and they're facing off Paraguay, who came third and drawn and won everything. Lost 1, drawn 1, and won 1. So, yes, it's going to be really tight, but Paraguay will really put up a good fight, but I think that Germany will probably ace through it. I think Germany will win here. I think a 2-1 win to Germany for this one. Then to Netherlands versus Morocco now. Ooh! Oh, it's going to be a good game to watch. Both teams finished on 7 points in their group. Morocco coming in second place. So, I'm good to see you in the same place, in the same group with Scotland and Netherlands. Yeah, they were really impressive, I should say. Netherlands, 5 goals against Sweden, 3 goals against Tunisia, and 2 goals against Japan. Add that in total, that's about I think 10 goals they scored in the group stage. So, and Morocco's done 6 goals they scored in the group stage. So it could be a goals galore match, but it's going to be a really tight one. But Morocco could do it again here. But it's going to be another tight game to watch, really. I think of a 2-all draw. And penalties. It's going to go to penalties again. I have a feeling... I don't know, but I have a feeling Morocco's going to win it on pens. Barely. It'll barely be Morocco on pens. And then to Ivory Coast take on Norway now. Ooh! Ivory Coast in the knockout stages for the first time since I don't know when. And Norway cruised through. They used their B team against France, so they didn't really care about the game against France because they were already through. They didn't care if they finished top or second, but yeah, I think they should be glad that they're in the knockouts. And I love their fans do like Rui, the Vikings, like Rui. Is that, I think, is the rowing a boat thing? Like they're rowing that row your boat. Yeah, it's that. That's what the Norway fans do in the stadiums, and yeah, that's what Norway fans do in the World Cup. And Ivory Coast, came second in their group, beating Curacao 2-0 to get there and beating Ecuador 1-0. So yeah, they've been quite good really, but it's going to be a very tight game to watch really. But I have a feeling it's going to be another tight game. Every game seems a very tight one. But I think a 3-2 win to Norway for this one. Then to France versus Sweden now. Ooh, France with 3 out of 3 wins in their group. Sweden having the best third place by drawing 1-1 in Japan, smashing Tunisia 5-1, but got smashed by Netherlands 5-1. So yeah, they've scored 7 and conceded 7. So they've been quite the exciting team in the World Cup with goals. Yeah. But it's going to be a very tight game to watch, really. But I think it ends here, sadly, for Sweden. I think France will probably ace through it. But I think it'll be a 3-1 win to France for this one. And the best reward for their blue kit Sweden has is probably the best one I've seen. They won against Netherlands, and it looks 10 out of 10, I could say, for Sweden. So they're going home with one of the best kits in the World Cup. And then to Mexico taking Ecuador now. Oh! Wednesday, 1st of July, 2 a.m. kickoff at Mexico City. And Mexico, 9 points, 3 out of 3 wins in their Group A. Oh my days, they might actually, defend it. It's going to be a very tight game to watch really. Ecuador barely got in because they beat Germany 2-1 and got in there by one of the best third place teams in top 8. But it's going to be a very tight game to watch really. Ecuador will really put up a good fight, but Mexico with host advantage. I think Mexico hasn't even considered a single goal yet. So yeah, that's really an impressive thing for Mexico really. But I have a feeling it's gonna be 0-0 at the end of 90 until extra time. Mexico will probably win it in extra time. 1-0 Mexico and extra time. Then to the final game in the first half of the round of 32. England take on DR Congo on Wednesday afternoon at 5 p.m. Oh my days, who is hype? It'll be live on BBC One, I think. But yeah, England barely beat Panama 2-0. They spent 3 halves of football not scoring. That's half of the games they played in the World Cup group stages. 3 halves. In total, there's 6 halves in the 3 games. Half the halves he played didn't even get to score 1. But they topped the group, which is actually quite good for them. And 7 points to them, that's really impressive. But it's going to be a tight game to watch, really. DR Congo, best third place teams in the World Cup. And DR Congo will really put up a good fight. They might actually do what Slovakia did to England in Euro 2024. But I think DR Congo will probably get the first goal until England probably I think England probably scored a couple goals here. I think a 3-1 win to England for this one. And I think Bellingham and Kane will probably be on the score sheets. But it's going to be a really tight game, as I say. But I think England will probably advance to the round 16. And yeah, but that is the halfway mark of the round 32. We'll do the other half of the round 32. The video of the other half of the round 32 game will be out by Tuesday. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. I've enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe and share. And if you want to, you can comment down below what your predictions should be. And we'll see you guys later. Bye!